It's time! What to do, gaming family? It is your boys. We are back at it once again, and I am the Husky Hokage.
Hey, Huss.
And as always, I got my man with me, my brother from another that cannot be replaced by no other. It is a dub, ladies and gentlemen. And we are Victor Road of Gaming Podcast, presented to you by the Blurred Syndicate. What's going on, everybody? We are back once again. New episode. We back live streaming, man. So yeah, we about to get into it. We'll talk about some news that hit today. So today, if you haven't heard some of the breaking news, Sony closed one of their studios, which is BluePoint Games. A lot of you people like Sony fans, and you may know them from some of the remakes they did. That's kind of what they specialize. They specialize in doing remakes, and they did one of the last remakes they did was the Demon Souls remake that came out in 2020. They will also support for the God of War Ragnarok. They also, I think they were part of the team that was working on like a God of War multiplayer game, and it got canceled, of course. You know, it got shut down, but
how would that work though? Like, would you just?
I don't know. I don't know that, and because you got to think about it. The God of War multiplayer game. You know, we also had we seen like the but also I'm talking about like the single player games being multiplayer. Look at the Spider-Man. You know, when we saw the clips of the Spider-Man multiplayer game, like that was. And that looked entertaining. So, like, I don't know how far in development they were or got to before they end up canceling it. But I don't know how they would have did that, or how it would have worked, or if it would have been what they would have did with that. Because I get it,
Spider-Man, but the thing about most Spider-Man, like or Spider-Gwens, Spider-Women, so
Spider people.
they don't have no different skill set. Like unless you go like the Mick Spider Penny or whatever her name is. The one that's in the Mick. It's not it's not too many of them that would play differently. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like you'll have a lot of agile combat and it will start to get a little repetitive unless you start throwing like Venom in there and start throwing some of those variants in there. But for the most part, I wouldn't see how that would have worked.
Yeah, I'm of the same mindset. Like I don't know. It once again, it looks like it would have been fun, but the thing about that is, how much fun would that have been for how long? You know what I'm saying? Like, get it. Granted, we can all swing around the city together. That's dope. That's cool. But when it comes to certain missions, like what we got to do, what's the whole premise of this? If we're doing this, what are we actually? What's going? We can swing around the city fine, but after swinging around the city and then beating up random bad guys or random events or things, what are we doing? What are we trying to beat?
You thinking about an open world? My mind went to a fighter. That's what I was thinking about.
I doubt that. It wouldn't have been no fighter. It was more of an open world type of like it was, but
that's what I was like. Too many agile characters they would have played. But even still, like you had Miles and Peter Parker and Spider-Man 2, like they really had. I don't want to say it reached it. Like ain't too many variances like where you can be like, okay, we can make them feel different this way. So,
I mean, you can't, because outside of Peter, everybody else just about has some type of, not everybody else, but a lot of other people, a lot of other spider people have kind of different, maybe it's like different abilities. I think like we've seen with Ghost Spider or Gwen, and Miles has his Venom Shock, and some of the other ones have different invisibility, stuff like that. But I don't know. But as far as like BluePoint, so I have a graphic here put out by Steven Tortillo. You see some of the Sony acquisitions. We had back in 2021, they bought Nixon Studio, Fire Sprint, BluePoint, Valkyrie Entertainment, Haven Studios, Bungie, Neon Koi, and Firewalk. Out of these studios that they bought back from 2020 to 2023, how many? Let's see, Bungie, Haven, Valkyrie, and Nixus. So 3 of them are still around. Bungie did have major layoffs back in 2024. Haven Studios is hanging on by a thread. And I say that because Haven is a team that's working on, they're working on Fair Play, the Fair Play game. And
what's Nixus working on?
What's up, Jeremy? I don't know. I don't know what Nixus is working on. I don't know what Valkyrie is working on. Bungie, of course, is working on Marathon. But it's like,
and they had the Destiny DLC.
Yeah, Destiny DLC. So, Bungie's kind of bringing in some other money. Haven, depending on what Firewalk or how well Fair Play, not Firewalk, how well Fair Play does, Haven may be on the chopping block. Hell, even Housemarque. Housemarque is getting ready to come out. They have one of the solely, well, right now the only first party Sony game that's coming out so far that we know of this year, because we don't have a date on Wolverine, and that is Soros. Housemarque made Remnant. They're making Soros.
Returnal too.
Yeah, not Remnant, Returnal. I apologize, but yes, they're making Soros, and they made Returnal.
You said Returnal, didn't it?
I said Remnant.
I was just saying. I said Returnal because like it looks like it plays just like Returnal.
Yeah, and see, so my thing is, and my question is, what happens if, because Returnal did not move units, like it didn't sell really well. So what happens when if Soros does not do really well? What happens then? Like, will that studio be on the chopping block? You know what I'm saying? Like it really begs to.
And they put some marketing behind it now. They put some marketing behind it.
They have. And so that's why my only thing is, like, when Microsoft, and I'm gonna bring this up.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was gonna say, before you say what you're gonna say, gamers owe Microsoft an apology.
And not even that, because I get it. People when Microsoft closed those studios and laid off, everybody and their mama was talking about Microsoft. I've been online a little bit today looking around. Correct. And it's Game Pass and stuff like that. But there is no Game Pass for real with Sony. So what is to blame for them canceling these studios? And my thing is with BluePoint. One thing is, I know we talk about remakes and all the other stuff like that, and how people claim they don't like remakes and stuff like that. However, my only thing with remakes, I don't need remakes from games that came out about 5 to 10 years. Give me stuff. Sony has a library of games.
Soul Reaver,
Infamous is sitting right there. Bloodborne is sitting right there. Before you close BluePoint, I don't play Souls-like game. However, everybody and their mama screams for a Bloodborne game remake. And the fact that you got that sitting right there, and the fact that y'all own part of FromSoft, so you don't necessarily need to reach out and beg to get to do this. You own some of FromSoft. You got stake in the company. So you're part owner of that in some form or percentage. Why didn't you tap BluePoint to do? And that's, once again, they were a remake studio. They gave us the Uncharted collection. Why didn't you tap BluePoint to make
Metal Gear Solid HD?
They did too. They did that too. Why didn't you tap BluePoint to remake Bloodborne? That's money, and I get it. People are like, well, it may not. Granted, I don't think initially it didn't sell well, but I think over the past like 10 years, it sold like I think like 9 million, like in the millions or whatever. But you got to think about how many people want that now. You release that now, remake, up to date, all that. You don't think that would sell? At least 5 to 10 million. I'm thinking at least
money back.
Yeah, I think you at least break even.
And then on top of that, Souls-like games have like really boosted in popularity.
I will say because I was talking to someone else about it, I don't see they're still somewhat of a niche. They're not as niche as they were. They were because at one point Souls-like were so niche. Now it's like they're almost a subgenre.
Game of the year.
Elden Ring, and I don't really mess with them, but Casanat helped also that popularity going on with Elden Ring being good, and then Casanat playing it. Casanat turned people on to Elden Ring as well. Like all that was going on around the same time, so that popularity of Souls games just blew up. And we getting now the market is kind of saturated with them. It's not oversaturated, I don't think, not yet.
I think the title's kind of oversaturated because everything the Souls-like. It's like
everything, yeah. And then people try to put that on everything.
Hard. Yeah.
And people try to put it on.
Not a Souls-like game.
Black Myth was not a Souls-like. I think it's another game that's coming out that people saw. It's not a Souls-like. But you have that sitting right there, and I don't know if it's the push to live service push that Jim Ryan introduced before he left Sony. If that's the call to this, but it's like you're shooting yourselves in the. I feel like you're shooting yourselves in the foot. And like I said, some people don't like remakes, but at the same time, you have a studio that specializes in remakes. Why not use them? You got Bloodborne, Infamous, Resistance sitting out right that Killzone. So, like, if you want a multiplayer game, how about remake Killzone? Remake Resistance.
Bro, you got Killzone could have been arc ratings if you played it, right?
You have opportunity right there. So and it makes me wonder. And then my other thing with that is, it's not like y'all putting out first party games like y'all used to.
You know what they could have tapped them for? This is more of a niche game too. When they had the Smash Battle Royale, like everybody was doing that type time, they could have redropped PlayStation All Stars or PlayStation All Stars too.
You had so much you could have went back and had instead of, because I know Sucker Punch didn't want to do. They said they didn't want to do it. You could have tapped them to do a remake of Sly, like something Sly. You got Jack and Daxter. Like you have them right there because the main studios they don't want to do them right now, and that's fine. I don't want you working on something that you don't have passion for in this particular thing. I get enough of hearing devs are lazy or they don't care about it. I get enough of hearing that shit. I'm not a developer, but at the same time, I know it's not the devs that's the problem. So I hate when people say, "Oh, the devs are lazy." No, they're not. Devs are not lazy. But if you go,
but you don't want to pay money for this. They work either.
That's it.
Like
that's it.
I don't mind paying. It's just me. I don't mind paying $70 for a game if the quality is there.
Facts.
People be want the whole world and then turn around. Why the game so hot? Now, one thing I kind of was probably gonna hurt us later on. Games like Expedition 33, as beautiful as it wasn't the regular price point. So now people's expectations are kind of skewed.
And I wouldn't say that. I will say what's probably going to happen. So with that being the first iteration of the game or the first thing, I think they did that to see how to kind of they first iteration for our very first game. We don't want to overprice it to where people look at it and it won't sell at all. You know what I'm saying? So you put it at a good price point like that people pay the $50 or whatever. They get it. They enjoy it. That lets you know, hey, this studio, they cooking. They got fire right here. This it. And if the next,
I wasn't even finna touch it. I think you convinced me to buy it.
Yeah. And so the next clear obscure game that we get, people will already know the name and recognize the studio. Oh shit. So when they pop up with the $69.99,
Nah, that deluxe $150 edition with the costumes and stuff. That's what gonna be the costumes. I'm gonna be my dumb ass gonna be right there. Look at me in my costume.
But that's what I'm saying, man. It's that's part of it. But yeah, I really think I really want to know what Sony is doing, what direction they're headed, because a lot of times you spent the past 10, 15 years training your fans to like the third person story, cinematic, over the shoulder type of games with all the games you put out. And you haven't really been dropping a lot of them lately. And then you want to switch to the live service push, and none of the live service games y'all have put out haven't done well. Now, the only one that I can, and I don't consider this Sony because it was already in development. They just attached their name because they, they're it put some money invested in the studio, and that was Helldivers 2. You tripped and fell into that. Like, you tripped and fell into that. And the only reason that's still a success is because of Arrowhead Studios. And I say that because you see what happened when Sony tried to do Sony shit, and they wanted people to have like a PlayStation account when it was on Steam, and them folks on PC was like, fuck this and fuck y'all. I ain't playing. And it's like, you know what? We sorry. We backing up. We backing up.
My bad.
Correct.
My bad. JK.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, all right, bet. That was say y'all tripped and fell into that. But everything else y'all try to put out yourselves ain't been it, man. And it's like, bro, why are y'all doing this? Why? But
in case in point, I forgot who was telling me this. Maybe it was Sir. But he was saying a lot of times with Sony exclusive, it's the same storyline of revenge, like trauma revenge storylines. I was like, huh.
He's not lying. He's not lying.
I had to look myself in the mirror like,
he's not lying. He's not lying. Hey, don't listen. That doesn't make it bad or anything, but he's not lying.
He's not lying. I was like, oh.
Yeah. That it's somewhat facts there. But yeah. So we talked about that. We wanted to mention BluePoint and everything like that, man. Just I really feel sorry for them, for those people that lost their jobs. Because I think it was like 70 people that lost their jobs.
Man, it's a terrible time to be a game developer. It's a terrible time to be looking for a job.
Facts.
I had a buddy of mine. We were roommates in college. Mm-hmm. He lost his job when I think Microsoft acquired Activision. And he was staying out here. Like I didn't even know he was out. He was staying down, I think, in San Diego. About 2 hours. A man said he hasn't found a job in the industry since. He had to leave California and go and move back in with his mom.
Damn, man, I hate that. It's so. What up, Yobi, man? Appreciate you sharing it out, man. As always, appreciate the love.
Dog. You made me go and change my Twitter name. I
appreciate it, Yobi.
I had to think about it.
But it's the greed of shareholders and CEOs is running through the gaming industry.
The problem is, he being a dad. Get your goddamn. Sorry,
man. Listen, I'm just messing with something. But go ahead.
The problem with gaming is the same problem we have with entertainment as the same problem we have with politics. These folks too old to have some of these positions. They got old mindsets, and the only thing they're looking at
money.
Is and they now granted, cash rule everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But y'all not looking at y'all not looking at the bottom line, looking at like what kind of implications this can have on the future. Like, yeah, you can get a few extra dollars right now.
They're trying to bleed it dry. Is what they're trying to do. They're trying to bleed it dry.
And you ain't gonna have nothing long term. I think that's gonna everybody don't got the money. Like some people are just not getting PS5. So I think it was a good idea for Sony to push back to PS6.
And that's one of the best things that happen about this RAM shortage is that you got PlayStation, Sony trying to, you know what, we got to push back because of the RAM shortage. You did see Steam decks are like sold out just about everywhere. They can't. Bruh, it's crazy. This RAM shortage is crazy. But
why would the RAM shortage make people buy Steam decks?
PC instead of getting a PC. I don't know, but like they're sold out. I was looking at it, I was like, damn, it's crazy. It is crazy, man.
Thank big yeah, we got our game setups, we got our Steam decks, we got our switches, we got our consoles.
Listen,
thank big yeah.
I thank the Lord every day because we out here now trying to get a PS5 at the price it is. The Scalpels was charging this price for PS5s for the price they charge for. Like this a regular price now. Xboxes, Switch. Just wait.
The price of a PS5, regular PS5 is probably equivalent to what I pay for my PS5 Pro. Almost.
More than likely. And for those people that have not got a Switch 2, thank you. Shout out my brother right here and my wife. For those people that don't have a Switch 2, you better go get it. I'm telling you right now, this is a warning. You can clip this, put it where you need to put it, post it where you need to post it. Because I ain't gonna lie to you. If you want to Switch 2, get it right now. The price is going to go up. I'll say no later than 5 to 6 months, if that sooner. And because now this is a prediction. I don't know if this, once again, I'm going out on a limb here. But I will probably go get a Nintendo Direct after, because this week is Pokemon Day coming up. So, yeah, boy, I'm hoping we get a Gen 10 announcement.
Gen 10.
There you go, all day. Yeah. So, we're looking forward to that. But after Pokemon Day, we're probably going to have a Switch. I'm assuming we'll get a Switch Direct. Nintendo Direct in the month of March. And in that announcement, I'm predicting that we're going to get they're gonna announce a Mario game. I'm predicting. I don't know. No, it's gonna be a brand new Mario game. Okay. Or maybe Odyssey 2 or something like that. But it's like Odyssey 2, yeah. Well, they're announcing a brand new Mario game because you look at outside of Donkey Kong, the last few first party titles that Nintendo have put out have not done well and reviewed well either. Mario Kart, Metroid Prime. It was something else. I can't think of the name of it, but like,
how did Mario FIFA 10 do?
Oh yeah, Mario FIFA 10. I think it was like Metacritic had it like a 70 something. Yeah,
it's pretty cool. But
I would say I'm pretty sure it's fun, but like it ain't hidden like they usually Nintendo first party games. If 80 or above, you know what I'm saying?
But also, I think that's because probably a lot of folks ain't got Switch tools like that for real.
But it ain't the Metacritic is based on like you have to be a reviewer to get like to be on Metacritic. So that's different. Like that's coming from like the people in the industry, people that wouldn't call. The website I write for is on Metacritic. We just got on there. So like. So that's what I'm saying. It ain't just
go start a review bomb and some of them PlayStation games.
Absolutely not. I don't do nothing. Integrity, my boy. Integrity. But yeah. So that was the first part of the show for tonight. We want to just jump on that because it just happened today. We'll definitely be back next week. We're gonna talk about that Pokemon Day. We got to come back live next week for y'all to talk about that Pokemon Day because I'm assuming we're gonna get Gen 10 announcement, Brad, and I'm gonna be elated. You know what I'm saying? So
Pokemon Leaf Green release.
Listen, they also we talked about that. So there was another little rumor that was going around. They're gonna announce Fire Red and Leaf Green, Pokemon Fire Red, Leaf Green, and they're gonna announce it as games, like not on the Nintendo online shop, like actual games that you can buy, gonna have home compatibility, so you can do all that. Of course, some people I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to pay for. They should just give those games for $5. Listen to me. If you want the same games for them to just port the games over, fine. You can out. That's fine. But if you want them to be kind of, even I ain't gotta be super great, but just updated and have some better. I don't mind paying money for that. And my thing of it is you cannot, even if you were to go try to buy those games right now on the cartridge, if you can find one, you about to pay hundreds of dollars. It ain't talking about no 100, maybe like 2 or 3, depending on the condition, and if the battery in is still working and everything like that works fine. Then
how much is Pokemon Black?
Right Pokemon now? Black was like 90. Last time I looked at it, was like 90 some dollars. So that should let you know these Pokemon games went up in value. Like the cartridge went up. So that's what I'm saying, bro. Like that's what I'm saying. For $30, if they charge you $30 for this game, I'll take those $30 and be able to have access to it. And man, you can do what you need to do. But yeah. So tonight's episode, we also wanted to just talk about, with it being February, which for us melanated folks, it is Black History Month. You know what I'm saying? We like to celebrate and things like that. So we're going to talk about some, gaming, Black history and gaming, just maybe some characters, some people that helped along the way, and just some Black representation in gaming.
What's your favorite Black character
in gaming? Ooh, that's a good question. So
it's so good. I haven't even thought about mine yet, but
listen,
it just popped in my head.
My favorite Black character in gaming. I don't know. I don't know.
I have to start going through my list.
I don't know, because it's like, we've had some that stood out. Some
it was cool.
Some even some like caricatures of themselves, people that just stood out in certain that wasn't the main character, but they would get side characters.
Leroy, well, you don't play Tekken like that, but he pretty solid.
I would say, what's his name? Let me go. Is it Sergeant Johnson? Let me see. Let me look it up real quick.
Don't forget about the classic guy, that boy Eddie Gordo.
Well, it is always in the. Yep, I had it right.
Everybody on Mad.
Sergeant Johnson from Halo. He was the Black guy that was in right there. Sergeant Avery Johnson from Halo, one of my favorites. Just him. Cole Train from the Gears franchise. Woo! Get some, bro. Listen, Cole Train was hilarious.
Knuckles count?
Hey, listen. You can. Knuckles got that energy, bro. Knuckles. Even just some of the newer ones.
They're from Final Fantasy.
Yeah, that's another one. Who else? I mean, I ain't gonna call them Black, but even though they, I would say, you look at, he's voiced by a Black man. Kratos is in the. Yeah, listen, voiced by two Black men.
They went retcon that. They gave their origin story. Say, Caucasian male. We're gonna stop all this. Black. We got the show coming. We don't need you. Hey, look at this.
Yeah, Yobi know something. Black and White and Black and White 2 are gold of all. Listen, Black and White and Black and White 2 are like, so Gold and Silver is my all-time favorites, but Black and White and Black and White 2 are up there for like, they like my number 2s.
I changed it to, well, all my rest of my handles are TH3X dub, so it's basically just the dub with 3.
Yeah,
and it's like space. But Yobi, have you ever watched the Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy? You remember what's his name? Erwin. What's good, yo? So every time I see Yobi, that's all I'm like, what's good, yo?
Yeah. I'm trying to remember, some recent ones. I shout out to Hazel Flood, even though she was mixed, but shout out to Hazel Flood. Hazel Flood from South of Midnight. Yeah,
She ain't one
so
of my favorites, but yeah.
I mean, she was so. I will say this: she was a good character. She wasn't stereotyped. Like she was actually.
Deathloop was the game I was thinking about. That's what I
I
was
forgot about
thinking.
Deathloop did have some dope characters.
Black protagonist and antagonist.
Yeah. What was another guy? Hold on 1 second. I don't remember it. I can't think of his name. Oh, shout out to two people. First one is Lee from the Walking Dead series. Gotta shout him out. Shout out to Deborah, her real name, Deborah Wilson, but who plays Seer.
Star Wars.
Listen,
Wars.
Yes, that plays
not
Seer
just in
in
Star Wars. She be in a lot of shit, bro.
She does. She's in Wolfenstein. Like she's in so many games, bro. But I'm shout out to her for. I'm just shout out to her for that. But like just in general. But shout out to her for Seer. I love Seer. Seer was a dope ass character in the Jedi Fallen Order and Jedi Survivor games.
Amanda
Waller in Suicide Squad. Deborah Wilson is an amazing voice actor. And the fact that she's been like they use her face in the games. You know what I'm saying?
Job, bro. She gets
yes, and she kill it. So, and I really hated how so I ain't gonna say how they did her, but I hate how they did her in Jedi Survivor. So if you I ain't gonna spoil if nobody hadn't played the game, even though it's a few years old, but yeah. I mean, she ain't, but I will say this, she ain't go out like no hoe. I'm gonna put it like that. She ain't go,
no hoe.
Yeah, she ain't go out like no hoe. She
Jedi. Also, I still gotta play Black and White 1 and 2. That's like right when I didn't have a DS.
Bruh,
so
I'm telling you.
I'm waiting for them remakes to drop. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I hope they do.
I got Zach from Dead or Alive. Hey!
There you go.
You
go.
That's my boy right there, man. That's my boy.
Yeah, I know you mentioned you still got your fighting characters from like Balrog and
50 Cent.
I mean, it technically is. It's some other ones, man. Like them, just some of the ones that come to my mind. Just right off there. But it's so I talked about it a little bit yesterday on my live discussion on TikTok. But its feature was Mega Evolutions. They removed it from Pokemon games and recently people love Megas. People love Megas, man. Megas was probably one of the best, and of course Mega Gengar and all that. Megas was probably one of the best gimmicks for the Pokemon. Pokemon Black and White
gave Shiny Gengar a good colorway.
Yeah.
That I can't thank Megas enough for that. That bullshit they had was atrocious. Fuck is that?
But I was talking about this yesterday on my TikTok live about how representation in gaming is a must. Now, let me say this: if I don't see a black character in your game or a black character right off, or as a main character, or if he's just an NPC or something like that, that's not gonna deter me from playing the game, unless you just come out and say some blatant dumb shit like
playing.
Like the dude said in Final Fantasy 16, like when they straight up asked him why you don't have black characters in your game, and he was like, we trying to make it realistic, and black characters went around, or black people went around. You're a motherfucking lie. Black people have been around, and in everything you didn't think of, even whenever you think there was nobody there was still a black person there. There was there somewhere.
Yeah, my thing is, I can appreciate like having a random NPC here and there, but like I do kind of hate. I hate when the stuff feel like it's forced. I want my black representation to feel authentic. You know what I'm saying?
But my only thing of that is, how do you know? Because it's like people. So what I'm saying is by that is, even if that, so if they're just an NPC, like I'm talking about not an NPC that help you, or just a store owner or merch that you get stuff from, you ain't gonna tell. You won't know.
This is what I mean by that. This is what I mean. It's like watching a Marvel Disney show,
Mm-hmm.
and it's based in the 50s, and they're acting like racism isn't a thing, and these black people, white people just walk around buddy. It's like now Marvel, we don't have to talk about it, but it wasn't like this.
What you talking about?
Forced. This is feeling forced.
Well, so let me ask you, was it the you talking about from the WandaVision show? Was that it?
Not that. It was something else too. It was other instances where I seen people like interact with certain stuff from back in that time period, and they acted a lot, and they were acting like that wasn't a thing.
You had to bring that up because I need to see. Because I was gonna say if it was WandaVision, that was all in her mind. So that that's different. Yeah.
But even so, still, it's kind of like instances like that when it's kind of like you're pretending like certain stuff didn't happen. It makes it feel forced.
I can understand it, but my only thing is when it comes to, like I said, I'm not gonna not play your game or watch your show because there aren't any black people. But my thing of it is,
I played the fuck out of Final Fantasy 16. I ain't gonna lie to you. I love this game. So,
but my thing of it is when I say it's still. And I will say this, I'm not just talking about black representation. And when I just say this now, I'm mainly talking about that, but just representation for anybody. Because growing up as someone who has been a lifelong gamer, there weren't many games that I played back in the day that had, black characters as maybe if not even the lead, but just in the game in general.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So outside of, you had your fighting games, of course, there was some black, you had the one token black character in the game.
But that's typically only because when you look at certain fighting styles and where they originate from.
Yeah, and that's why I understand. Like even with like Belrog, or Eddie Gordo, like their fighting style, it originated from that area and things like that. So it's stuff like that. I get that, but I'm just saying, like, you still want to. You want to have black characters in games and it not be called woke or political. Like, look at the new Silent Hill game. Like now, mind you, they revealed that character like a couple of years ago in 2021 or something like that. And really? I think he got shown in a trailer and something previously now. But then they showed him as the big reveal as the main character of this game. I have to go and double check it, but they showed him as the main character of this game. And the hate online has been the hate online. Bro, when I tell you I
haven't looked, so I thought it was like don't look. In my mind, it was like, oh, they chilling. But it's like, bro,
don't look.
Long-haired, blue-eyed white man do you want as your protagonist?
That's my thing. Is go ahead.
My thing is like, bro, like you can't keep making the same type of. You know what I'm saying? Your game loses credibility, like, because there's only so many of those guys you could make and make them feel different. Eventually, they're gonna start feeling the same. Like Silent Hill, I feel like you have enough where it can be like, okay, the word, instead of saying woke, the word you guys looking for is pandering. Stop pandering to people, because as a black man, I hate when I feel like I'm being pandered to. Because like,
and that's understandable.
I want authentic feeling, experiences, and characters.
Listen, you can pound it to me as long as it feel good. As long as it feel good.
Oh, now if it feel good, I might shut up. But for the most part,
as long as it feel good and it's fun, you know what I'm saying. I'll take a little pandering. You can tip tap for me a little bit.
Most time the pandering don't be in on that. Now, and it has like you. And then what makes pandering so bad for me is like when people pander is bad, and then racist people come up and say certain stuff. It's like, well, they're not wrong. That's I think that's the feeling I kind of hate when it comes to pandering. Like I want I want my black characters to be authentic feeling. So when people say stuff like, nah, their origin story, this is authentic. This they did this because this character.
Oh, absolutely. And I get that. And see, like my only thing, one of my biggest, not complaints, just one of my biggest issues with folks like that are like that love the bigots out there. They want us to make our own, they want us to make our own games.
And then when we make it, it's a problem.
It's a problem.
It's like, bro,
So Tales of Conzer's out, South of Midnight, even though South of Midnight was not, there was black developers working on it. There was black art directors, the actress, the mocap actress, the voice actress. They even used some like actual. They had black people working all through that game and everything. You know what I'm saying? They made the game. People still complain about that. Like I said, Tales of Kenzera, this new game that just dropped, Reloaded. I'm talking the new is Reloaded, where it's the premise is
you still back African artifacts.
Yeah, and like I've seen, so I looked at one comment section and just I had to close the app because they were it's black people stealing. I'm like, bruh, it is my thing is folks don't understand. Like, I get it. Like the whole thing of what we saw a little bit of it. If you watch Marvel's Black Panther, that whole thing is real. What Killmonger was talking to that white lady about is real. That's what happened. They borrowed those artifacts from people in Africa, and because they're privileged and they felt like they can keep it, they kept it. Or they found paperwork or loopholes so they could keep it instead of giving it back. And the game called Reloaded is where you're taking back, and it has a whole story. It's a puzzle game. I'm gonna check it. I'm gonna try it. I have it on. I'm gonna play it on Game Pass. I am planning on picking it up because it's on like $15 because I want to support support the company. This is a small studio, but they have the game out there. You can check it out. They got a demo that you can try for free as well. And like I said, it's on Game Pass. So, and it's stuff like that's out there. Like the premise, I like the premise. I like what's going on. Hey, let's check it out. But like I said, they tell us to make our own. We make our own, and then it's always trash. It's this or it's not. It's like, bro, make up your mind. Make up your mind of what you want, because you confusing.
That freedom of speech amendment kind of been getting on my nerves lately. I ain't gonna lie to you. Listen, because to your point, what you said about your folks' gaming opinion about not being their own, bro. People's opinions aren't even their own nowadays.
100%,
bro. You heard some idiot ass politician say this, and you just ran with it.
Facts.
Go read. Go do your own research. Me and you, we have political conversations all the time. We don't necessarily always agree, but at least I know if I come to Husky, he ain't gonna disagree with me. He gonna give me some insight just in case.
And that's the same thing. That's my thing. And that's why I love your point, like your point of view. Like you have a certain point of view, and I listen. I be want to hear it. Let me see what Doug gonna say. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it's good to have these conversations, but like once again, people don't. I think one of the things that's missing just from in general from a lot of it is people lack critical thinking and media literacy. Like somebody could put some or like certain like. People were talking about like how they said, yeah, but they don't want politics in their games. Little do you know, or they don't want games shouldn't be political. Little do you know, all games have some type of political standpoint or point in them. If you're fighting against,
if it's story based,
correct. You're fighting against something. If
you play versus the Olympians,
look at that. Like you said, Kratos going against the guys in God of War. Like all that's had some type of political indication in it, my boy. Like that's what I'm saying. People don't understand.
Your favorite game character when it gets the pop. You know what I'm saying,
bro? That's why I say when I saw somebody online they were talking about something, and this idiot said. Man, it wasn't directly to a game, but it was in general of man, the Empire not that bad. What? This is what we doing now.
That had to be clickbait.
This is what we doing. This fool said the Empire is not that bad.
I hope you know.
What do you mean by that?
I hope you know. I think you might think he thinks he's gonna be one of those higher ups, and it's gonna be crazy when Darth Vader walked through that bitch and goddamn hit him with a.
Bro, listen, he ain't played Jedi Survivor, and he ain't seen the first that he ain't seen Rogue One. Listen, to this day, before I watched them, I grew up watching Star Wars, love Star Wars. I knew Darth Vader was a bad man, all that. He was a strong, but like you don't see it. They don't show a lot of it.
Them OG
in those
first
games.
3 movies. You feel like Darth Vader can be redeemed.
You feel like he can be redeemed, or you feel like he's not as powerful as they say he is.
But seeing them other movies,
go watch Rogue One, or go YouTube the last 10 minutes of Jedi Fallen Order, and then some of Jedi Survivor, and come back and have this conversation with me. I'm a grown man. I played Jedi Fallen Order about 5 years ago, however long it was. Grown man. I'm sitting there playing the game, enjoying myself. This man scared these shit out of me. You understand me? I had to pause. Go, oh shit, hold on.
I'm be honest, they created with bro. You weren't expecting him to pop up.
No, that's the thing. He scared this shit, and because it happened so fast, and what he was doing. I'm like, hold up, bro. I knew how strong Cal Kestis was, and I knew for a fact this man could not fight this man by no form of fashion. So not only did I want to run, I had to make sure my right. Like, bro, it would know, you know how you run into a stronger boss and you turn around and you try to tussle with him just a little bit,
just to see what he's talking about.
I wouldn't even about to do that. It was immediately run. That should let you know, my boy.
He killed me because I showed tried.
I wasn't even about to try. But I'm good. I know Vader. Listen. And then like I said, and then with Rogue One, you see if you watch the movie and you see the Rogue One, it ends on like the opening scene of what's in like the first original Star Wars movie. It's like when that opening scene with Vader, he boarding the ship. They showed it how terrifying Vader actually is. It wasn't a little, it wasn't none of that. Like it was some hurt going on. Like you can YouTube that scene. That woo.
I like Rogue One was out of the last probably 10 years. Rogue One was one of my more favorite. Star Wars.
Insane. A lot of people they try to down it first.
My expectation was low because the main character won the Jedi. I was like, there ain't gonna be a lot of lightsaber shit. So like, okay, let's see what let's do. Let's do
shout out to one of my favorite characters. That should have been a Jedi. That's not a Jedi, and that is Sherrod Inway or Sherrod Inway, whatever. The Donnie Lee's character or Donnie Yen's character in Rogue One.
My boy Donnie Yen, but
he was blind.
That was the main reason I wanted to watch was Donnie Yen.
Yes.
Donnie.
Had that man had Jedi's because I think that was correct. That was after Order 66. So like there were Jedi's was in hiding. They weren't training. Had Jedi's still been around, he would have been a Jedi. Hands down, 100% guaranteed.
Bro, a blind Jedi, bro. He'd have been one of the coldest motherfuckers.
Listen. We
put
need
that man up there with Mace Windu and Yoda.
I need that.
Obi-Wan.
I need that, my boy.
That boy Jersey would have won in the rafters, boy.
But I need that.
I need that. Rose. He Brandon Roy. We all on the way he could have been.
You said something right there. But yeah, man. I'm with you on the point of you don't want your representation to feel forced, and that goes not just for me, but for anybody that's looking for that, from Asians to Latinos to Latinas or whatever, and everybody. You want to be represented in a form of media that you partake in, whether it be TV, movies, comics, games, hell, even anime. You know what I'm saying? You want to start seeing more. Like they're few and far between, but the black characters that we've been getting lately. I know. Gotcha, Kuda.
Fire Force. Gotcha. Boy.
Oh, shout out my boy Ogun Montgomery from Fire Force, man. That man been a G since day one. You know what I'm saying? That man been a G since day one. You know what I'm saying? That's him. Like I said,
Counter. Who? Boy, I can't think of his name, bro. But
what anime?
It's Fire Force because it's the boy.
I know you're talking about.
Yeah, on the surfboard or whatever.
Yeah.
And then my other boy with the blindfold.
Yeah, I know you're talking about. I know him. Yeah, one of my and I gotta catch up on Fire Force because I gotta see my boy Benny Maru and up too, boy. Benny was my favorite character, bro. Ever since that man got introduced, Benny was my favorite character.
Did nothing but beat ass, bro.
Listen, Benny was that man from the beginning.
Nothing but beat ass.
I just want to
unapologetically.
Listen, I love them nonchalant, non-bullshit characters, and Benny is that. Benny nonchalant, he don't care, he don't play by shit, but like he cool, he chill. He think he chill, he cool, but let the shit when it's time to put the ass.
Bro, I ain't never on the broom so bad in my life, bro.
Man, listen,
I hate sweet. Benny Maru had me in it. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, Benny is that guy, man, 100%. But yeah. And like I said, it's so many. I know we didn't name a whole lot of them, but there are so many like black characters in games. Or
Axel from Twisted Metal.
Another one. Oh man, I forgot about Axel.
I meant to bring him up earlier, but I knew it was coming this segment. That's why.
Yeah. You want to throw Miles in there from the Spider-Man? I love seeing Miles on TV.
I feel like that shit.
Yeah, I mean, it is a little bit.
You got Stretch from NBA Street.
Man, what? Oh man. Who else? You're my player.
You're my player, bro.
What's the
guy from Boston? It's a boxing game we used to play on like Nintendo.
Oh, Afro Thunder. You talking about that? It was Afro Thunder.
Yeah, Afro.
Bro, there's been some really good characters, man. And like I said, even though you may not have some that was full-fledged the main character, like they held it down as a side character, or whatever the case may be, or like it's been some good iterations of black people in games, man. And like I said, I want my representation, but I don't want it to be to the point where it's forced. But I love seeing good representation. I love how they're starting to, you know what I'm saying?
Good representation, the word. Good.
Correct. I love how we're starting to see how they're doing better with putting black hair in games. It's came a long way. I know one point in time we kept seeing the Killmonger, but they've
been away from the 90s with that flat top.
Yeah, either a flat top or a ball, my boy. I can't get no waves. My boy. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't mad at
you know what I'm
that.
saying? We got a little. Yobi said we got it's a crime we haven't got another Ready to Rumble boxing game. Man, listen, Ready to Rumble was fun, bro.
Hey, bro, it might be that time. Hey, bro, throw that bad boy on the Switch.
Hey, listen,
bro,
I'm with.
What's my boy name? Shamik Moore.
Shamik Moore. Yeah.
I feel like he done messed that up, man.
They're still coming, bro. Like even
I know, but I feel like the delays. I feel like it kind of got something to do with him. And then now, then baby girl pregnant now too. It's kind of like what he had. I feel like he probably has.
They don't have to do. They don't do their scenes together.
You know that, right? But I think they were originally.
I would say they don't. They how they do it. They don't have to do it.
Don't quote me. But
they don't do their scenes together like that.
She had to be feeling uncomfortable somewhere because I heard Josh Allen had to start like showing up or something like that. That's what
who you heard that from?
I might be getting confused with another little story because it wouldn't. I think I'm thinking about the Shy. Because the dude that played Eazy-E on the Shy, he was being weird to his co-star. And she had started bringing her fiance / or husband to set.
Mm.
And they ultimately had to kill both the characters off because like he can't just mess it up.
Damn.
Bro, yeah, he was like the main male character.
Bro, you gotta quit being. I gotta stop being weird, boy.
Listen,
let me say.
Why you think you seen him since? Like he killed Eazy-E. He got that role on the Shy. He messed it up, man.
Man, listen. So it's okay to be like goofy, strange, weird a little bit, but if you're creepy weird, that's the problem. You know what I'm saying? That's when like if you that guy and everybody y'all somewhere and you say something and everybody get quiet, they look at you.
Bro, we too old to be give me a hug ass niggas, bro. We too old.
Bro, listen to me. Listen to me. That shit was played out. That shit was played out in college, my boy.
Bro,
you know what I'm saying?
You kind of get away. You kind of get away.
You can get away with it. You know what I'm saying? Usually, it's
on your personality.
Exactly. Usually, you gotta, but you have to let them ask for it. You know what I'm saying? You got to let the female be like, the woman be like, "Hey, where my hug at?" My bad. You know what I'm saying?
Like that. Natural, like just. Yeah. Oh hey, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly. That right there. You know, you can't just sit there, man. Yo, hey, when I'm gonna give my hug? Hey, bro, listen.
You want hug me today?
Exactly. So you can't be out there doing that, bro.
What the damn was? Well, yeah, you remember that?
Man, but it's crazy. But it, like I said, it's been. Shout out to a friend of the show, our homie Sayer Rand, man. He's been doing an amazing job of just posting Black history content, Black people in gaming. He's talked about Jerry Lawson, because one of the creators of
I feel like we talked about him last.
We did. We talked about Jerry. Talked about I can't think. It was so many people. Like it was the guy that created the Black guy that made Cyberpunk. Michael Pondsmith was another one. So it's a Black guy that made that created Cyberpunk. Shout out to him, Michael Pondsmith. And just some of the amazing people in general. Like I said, I know we talked about Kratos, so you know, shout out to Christopher Judge. Like I said, I know a lot of y'all know him from as Kratos and Stargate. Nah. I know him from House Party 2. I know him from House Party 2.
I know TC from Living Single.
Oh, I know that's Kyle Barker. You know what I'm saying? That's Maxine's husband. You know what I'm saying? TC was that dude, but I was talking about Christopher Judge because he was in Christopher Judge was in House Party 2. Stargate. He was in those. Say some people, a lot of y'all know him from Stargate and that, but I know him from House Party 2. He was trying to holler at Tina Campbell's character, Tisha Campbell's character, and which was played a kid's girlfriend, or whatever case. He was trying to take her from Kid, or whatever case may be.
I've never seen no House Party movies.
Oh man, listen, it's a whole bunch of tomfoolery, but it's fun. You know what I'm saying? It's enjoyment. Old black movies like that, bro. Like, you know, the hood. I ain't gonna say hood, but you know, it is what it is.
I do kind of like making a thing. I try to go back and watch those, but I kind of hate it now because sometimes you start realizing like these movies are terrible.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? They weren't the best.
I didn't hop on an initial nostalgia run.
Yeah.
So like, what is it? Belly, terrible. Nah,
you like Belly?
It's terrible. Go back and watch Belly as an adult. You'll see what I'm talking about.
I believe. I mean, I watch Belly. I watch Belly for the plot, and when I say plot, I mean Keisha.
That's the stuff we be talking about, bro.
I saw some dude on Twitter called Jordan Peele a racist because he doesn't cast. Like, man, listen, y'all not gonna like what I said. A lot of people ain't gonna like what I said, but I don't think black people can be racist. Now we can be prejudiced, but I don't think we can be racist. But I will say, like I said, I watch Belly for the plot, and the plot is Keisha. Hey, man, what? Man, listen, I love Keisha.
I spent the whole movie like DMX is the only somewhat good actor in there.
Man, that you know, did you watch the other one? What's the other one? Paid in Full.
I did with Mr. Ace.
I love the game.
Now that was actually a pretty good movie. That was
yeah. But they had actual actors in them. You know, you had Cameron in them, but you know, but like Wood Harris and you know, actor. You know what I'm saying? An actual actor. Like, you know what I'm saying? I get with Bella. You know, it was directed by Hype Williams. Hype Williams was a music video director, so he went with two of the popular. You know, Nas, DMX. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. So we ain't gonna keep y'all too long, man. I want to appreciate everybody.
Shout out to Yobi, man. He came 2 weeks straight and stayed a nice little time with him, man.
Listen, Yobi my guy, man. Yobi is my guy, man. I got a chance to meet Yobi when I was working with my boy K Mega. My mentor. Shout out to my mentor K Mega. my guy. That's my guy right there, man. All of the Cake Maker, man. That's my dude, man. But when I was on his podcast, working with him in GRG, and everything, man, I got a chance to meet Yobi. Yobi, cool people. So yeah, man. But yeah, appreciate everybody to stop through, man. It's gonna be it for us tonight. We just want to come in, man. We'll be back next week. More than likely doing another live because, like I said, next week is Pokemon Day, and we, you know what I'm saying. If you know Victory Road, you know what I'm saying. You know us. You know we love some Pokemons or some Pokemans. You know what I'm saying. As some of the folks say, the Pokemans. So yeah, we'll be back next week with Pokemon Day. You know what I'm saying. We'll be talking about that and maybe some other news that dropped, man. But yeah, I been hanging around wide too long. But listen. You want more of this, man? Make sure y'all follow us, man. Follow us on, subscribe to the YouTube, man. You can catch all our stuff right now on my channel. We'll, see how that goes. Maybe we'll do a separate channel. But we do have, if you want to check us out on the socials, we have Victory Road on the socials. We got the Victory Road Instagram and Victory Road TikTok. You'll start seeing clips of the podcast.
AGP, the gaming podcast.
Yeah. So, you know what I'm saying? Let me go ahead and put it up there for you so y'all can see it.
We probably should do a banner the whole time.
Yeah, I'm gonna start doing that, man. But yeah, so we definitely have to check.
I don't know why when grown folks say, this shit just tickle me pink.
Yeah, so you got it right here, man. We on IG and TikTok right now. Go follow and follow and everything like that, so you can check us. We uploading clips and stuff for the show from interviews. We already got some interviews stored up, man. We got a couple more to do, so we're gonna start to make sure those pop up in the times we're not here. So we, got our regular slot back on Thursdays, 7:30 p.m. You may catch a live show, you may catch an interview, but you'll see us, man, up here smiling faces.
Or you might even see us on the game. You know what I'm talking about?
You know what I'm saying? Yes, definitely gonna have to start streaming more, man. Some of our gameplay and stuff like that, man. Because we are gamers. We don't just talk about games. We play games. You know what I'm saying? We started. Matter of fact, this year I'm starting in the movement for 2026 is shut up and play. That's the movement for 2026. Shut up and play. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no more just talking about games, talking on the internet. You typing, being a typing warrior and all this stuff, keyboard warriors. But all that.
Nowadays they call them Twitter fingers.
There you go. Yeah, ain't no more of that. Ain't no more of that. It's shut up and play. Shut up and play. And matter of fact, I need to get some shirts so we can get some buttons or something pass out at MomoCon. Also, once again,
you gonna shut up and play like a dragon and finish?
Listen, we'll get to that. I'm still playing games. I just ain't playing that one right now. Anyway, your boys will be at MomoCon, man. We'll this year in May we'll be at MomoCon. So if anybody around that area are going to be at MomoCon, definitely look for us, man. We'll have our shirts on. We repping for the home team, like we always
bouncing ass in MomoCon.
I don't allow me like that. I ain't gonna be doing that unless y'all paying. You know what I'm saying? That's a difference. So I got kids to feed. Let's y'all paying. Yeah. Like I said, I got kids to feed, mouths to feed, baby. You know what I'm saying? We out here. But look, man, appreciate y'all. We love y'all, man. As always, y'all be great. We out. Peace. Did you see the hearts pop up?